Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cardinal Conversations. I'm Director of Athletics Jeff Mitchell. Joining me today is Ashlee Lovett, a senior from our softball program, and today we're going to have a conversation. Well, Ashlee, thank you for joining us today. You're from Colorado.
Yes, I am.
So talk to us about growing up in Colorado and the things that you enjoy doing and just a little bit about your upbringing.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Colorado. I'm originally from Westminster, Colorado. Grew up all of my life in Erie, Colorado, where I played softball. I was introduced to sports at a very young age, whether that be gymnastics for a little bit, soccer, track. But I just fell in love with the sport of softball, and I continued to play softball for about 14, 15 years, which is a rather long time. I love to spend my time outdoors with my family. Growing up, we spent a lot of time in the Rocky Mountains, just seeing the sights, hanging out, and exploring what Colorado has to offer.
So you mentioned different sports, gymnastics, track, softball.
Yes.
But why did you gravitate towards softball?
I always had a competitiveness about me, whether that was playing dodgeball or kickball in PE. I was never really the one to sit on the side and just watch. I always wanted to compete and be on a team with other people that also had that competitive spirit.
When did that position comfort come into play? Was it in high school? Was it playing club softball?
Yes, it was certainly playing club softball. What really pushed me the most to be the best athlete I was my head coach, John Waller. He was head coach of the Colorado Angels. He just put me out of my comfort zone in certain situations, which I never anticipated would lead me to such success. And he believed in me in points where I didn't believe in myself. He really boosted me to become a confident athlete and student in whatever position I felt most comfortable, and that was outfield, surprisingly. Yeah.
Your student athlete experience hasn't been completely smooth, right? You've had an injury, you've battled back from that, going now into your senior season. Tell us a little bit about that and how you bounce back from it.
Yeah, I like to think of it as a blessing in disguise. Prior to coming to college, I had never experienced an injury before, and I thought it was all smooth sailing because I had never had a setback quite like that. My sophomore year, my season ended early with a hand injury that led to surgery, and my junior year started the way I didn't expect it to, with a PCL injury. What I can take away from both of those experiences is it's not always gonna be smooth sailing, but like I said, it's a blessing in disguise because I learned how to be a person without having my identity attached to results or performance or an injury itself. Like, I learned how to navigate those situations with the help of my teammates, my coaches, my family, everything in that nature, which ultimately led me to realizing I can pretty much do anything with the help of others around me and having confidence in that.
Do you have any pets, Ashlee?
I do. I have two pets. I have
What are their names?
Mochi and Muncie. Ironic.
Okay, so how did they get their names?
So Muncie, of course, he has a big personality, and I found him in a city outside of Muncie, and I was like, when I leave here, I want something to remember this place as. So that's where he got his name. And then Mochi I just thought was cute because she's like a little Mochi, little tiny kitty.
As you look ahead to the start of the softball season coming up very quickly now,
Yes.
What are you most excited about?
I am so excited to see how this team comes together. We have a lot of new talent, and we have a lot of returning talent as well. It'll be so interesting to see how those pieces come together, how we mesh and just make the great puzzle that we all know we can. Like I said, we have returning talent and new talent put together, so just excited to see how we compete against teams that we've already seen in the conference, teams outside of our conference. It's just going to be an amazing final year.
What encouragement can you provide your team this year, or what would you say to them as the season begins?
Oh, that's a big one. Especially being a senior, I feel like I have learned so much and I have so much wisdom to give that I know I received when I was a younger player as well. But I would just say, soak up every moment that you can and be present where your feet are in every moment, because it goes like that in the blink of an eye, and we all strive to achieve the same goal. We have one big goal and we're all trying to get there, but it doesn't take one person, it takes a whole unit to get there. And every single person is a piece to that puzzle. And as long as we all come together and everybody fulfills the role that they may not see as their role, but they can fulfill that to the best of their ability, then anything that they set their mind to or we set our minds to will be achievable.
Ashlee, speaking of names, I understand that your nickname is Cash Money. Where did that come from? Why don't you explain a little bit about that?
Okay, so one, I don't know how you found this out. This is way back to my traveling competitive softball. I distinctly remember my head coach was like, Ash, you're such a humble person. There's a difference between being humble and being cocky, and I want you to be confident. And so he's like, what is a nickname that I can call you to be confident and to be strong and powerful? And I was like, what's something that kind of goes with Ash that's kind of fun and will give me confidence? And he's like, why don't we just call you Cash Money? I was like, yeah, let's go with Cash Money. And I was like, what does that even mean? And so like looking back on it now, I think he wanted to call me that because in every single clutch moment, you could say, I kind of pulled through in those clutch moments, and he was like, Cash Money, you always come in clutch, Cash Money. And so I kind of carried that with me through travel, competitive ball, and high school softball. So some of my high school teammates would call me that. And I always thought it was just a funny little nickname, but I see where he was going with that now that I'm older.
You've participated in Soup Crawl and Habitat for Humanity, the Challenge League in the area as you've been here. Why is community engagement so important to you, important to your team, and why do you do it?
In my eyes, I feel that community engagement and giving back to a community is a privilege, in all honesty, because I believe the community of Muncie gives so much to student athletes and Ball State in general. And like I said, it's a privilege to give back to those who give to you. With Challenge League, it's a very unique opportunity to work with kids who want to play baseball, softball, everything in that nature. And it's an honor being able to work with kids who are unique and be able to give back in that aspect. And for them to kind of look up to you as a role model when you're really just there to have fun with them is something so special that you will hold for the rest of your life. And the same with Habitat for Humanity, having the opportunity to give back by building homes for individuals that may not have access to such things that we take for granted on a daily basis. It's, like I said, I love to call it a privilege and an opportunity to experience things outside of just an academic or athletic setting, because this is real life, and it's important to acknowledge that there's other things outside of your athletic or academic identity that can make you a better person. Being an image of a strong person of color, a strong minority female athlete at the Division I level who, without softball, may have not gone to a college or university for a degree, for being a voice and an image for little girls who look like me to look up to. It's just an experience that I wouldn't have traded for the world, and to graduate with a psychology degree and hopefully pursue a master's in sports psychology, I can continue to be that representation and that voice for individuals who need that in order to become successful or reach their full potential. And that's what I'm most proud of.
Thanks for watching Cardinal Conversations. Ashlee Lovett, a senior outfielder of the softball program. I'm Jeff Mitchell, Director of Athletics.
Chirp, chirp.
And go Cards.